Let's see, an emphasis. One, there were some things, and this is one of the reasons that I enjoy just playing people that are different. Is we hadn't seen logo pick and rolls at all this year, and so going over logo pick and rolls. A logo is every NBA court has a logo right around the about 4 feet off of the block, and so we hadn't seen logo pick and rolls the entire year, so that was good. Uh, Basically, what their their Spain action ends up being a double drag and how you defend that. The 1-3-1 that helps just because we know UAB will. I didn't think that our 2-3 zone O was very good, and you kind of have to go through that. Execution, the changing of defenses. So I thought they threw a number of things at us that we hadn't seen before, and had a really good film session. So go back, you fix it, stuff that our players had not seen before all year. And it's good kind of to get a taste of it and then understand how it happens. And that's what the non conference allows you to do.
Go into the final non-conference before guys go home for break and everything like that. Is there anything special about the way you prepare for this week or that final game before you lose the guys for a couple of days? Is there anything like that?
Yeah, you're definitely terrified. I think you're terrified the game before Christmas because sometimes player are already on Christmas break, but they didn't tell you, and then you're really worried about the game after. Just are they in? Haven't had that at all. I had multiple players call me yesterday. We were off. NCAA makes us take off, which I think is nuts. But we had to take off yesterday. But multiple players called me and just said, "Hey, trust me, we'll be ready for Sunday." And I hadn't even mentioned anything to them, but it's a difference between everybody has Christmas, but there are some coaches who don't have a Merry Christmas. Winning on Sunday is a difference between having Christmas and having a Merry Christmas. So it's a team that they're going to shoot 33 threes, which is eighth in the country. And the formula for an upset is always 10 or more threes, and they're plenty capable. They have a player who's shooting 46% from three his last 5 games. So they've got multiple guys out there who add a dimension of gravity that we haven't seen this year and need to do a really good job defensively, but it's a different style that is similar to we're going to have to approach this a little similar to the way that we did St. Mary's UNI, where they just put great ball handlers, great bigs, and then they just put shooters around them. So it'll be a challenge.
And when you look at the assist numbers, I know you guys look at it differently. Does the ball need to move more? Does that need to be a little bit higher, or is that we don't really care as long as we're getting efficient off?
Efficiency is the main goal.
How you guys are at tempo wise, you're around 320 and adjusted tempo this year on Camp Thomas. Is that kind of where you want to be? Is that where you envision this team being in the preseason? And how do you plan on adjusting tempo?
No, I think a lot of it's contingent upon who you play. And so you're kind of playing some more deliberate stylistic teams. You're more concerned with shot selection when you think about the things that are most important at the top of the list. You shot selection is numero uno. What shots can you make the other team take? Are you preventing their best player from taking them? And then at the same time, are you taking the right ones? Are you getting shots that are important? So that goes back to Taylor's question about efficiency. Efficiency is the most important thing. And you got to make sure that you're taking efficient shots, and that more importantly, that you're preventing efficient shots. Offensive rebounds. I mean, we do pretty deep dives into the numbers after a game, and we can tell you cumulatively what into a game. I get a report I think about 3 minutes after the game. It's about 9 pages long, some days seven, but seven, eight, nine, that I immediately just pull up on the iPad and kind of go through and just glance. But I would tell you that tempo is what it is. Would we like to play faster? Absolutely. We're not trying to be that low. I think we're a little bit been a victim of that, but we just have to make sure when we play fast. If you've ever seen a shot chart, and we have them, it's a linear regression on where you shoot in a shot clock and then where the ball is. In the NBA, we show our guys the NBA numbers, and then we also show them where we're at. And obviously, if you're getting a shot at 28 it means you created a turnover and you went and got a steal. And so you're getting high value shots. But the lower and lower that ball gets into the shot clock, at a certain point, there is a plateau. But getting quality shots when defense isn't set and significant, yes, we'd like to play faster. Eastern Kentucky's going to play fast. So we'll kind of be able to match that. But we're not a turnover causing team. We're defensively, I mean, we're good. We're not great, but we're good. And because of that, it just there aren't the same number of turnovers that or possessions that you'd hope.
Coach Wilbur coming back, take me kind of through how that affected the team. Was there any change kind of how that played out on the court?
Yeah, I mean, he really fought to get back. Like, I mean, we thought there was a chance last Saturday morning that he would be able to play, but we were also like, we're not going to risk this. As I mentioned in the press conference afterwards, it was a situation really where that would have been a conference game, conference tournament game, an NCAA tournament game he would have played, but we weren't going to push it. So we thought he would be available for Wednesday, but again, we weren't going to push that either. You know, he was a difference maker, 9 of 10 from the free throw line, 3 of 4 from the field. Thought the ball, there were some touches that we neglected that we've got to get. I just don't think our guards are patient enough sometimes, and we have to understand how we're willing to lose the battle in order to win the war. Sometimes when they're down there on that front, but I do think from an offensive rebounds perspective, he was able to keep basketball alive. They were plugging on TJ so heavy and JV as well that it was making it difficult to get the ball inside, but that's par for the course. We've kind of seen that multiple times this year. But I just he's such a difference maker. He's phenomenal in back coverage. We changed our pick and roll coverage at halftime, and he's phenomenal at back coverage. I remember Matt Painter told me that, said I actually haven't coached a player who's as good as him in what he does in regards to being in back. So I think he provides a lot defensively, and his ability at the free throw line, especially after coming off a game where we didn't shoot free throws well, was a sight for sore eyes.
You back to the efficiency thing. Can you kind of explain to people like they look at the assist numbers and like, oh, that's low, but like the offensive rebounds and like you guys get fouled a lot, and some like the ways you guys create like downhill drives for guards. Can you kind of explain like how you guys are doing efficient offense without high assists that people just look at the box score?
Yeah, I mean, so what's the most efficient shot in basketball? It's supposed to be a free throw, right? You shoot 70%, that's a 1.4 shot. And anything over a 1 is really good. So the second most efficient shot in a game of basketball is an assisted shot at the rim, right? A layup or a dunk, but is it assisted? And that's the second most efficient. The third most efficient shot is offensive rebound. So if you think about that, we shot 36 free throws the other night. We shot 28 the game before. So that's a high level of efficiency. If you're getting to the free throw line, now you need to convert them. 46% from the free throw line on Saturday isn't going to help your efficiency number, simply because if you just think about it, it's a 0.92 shot, and you need to be able to, can you make 7 out of 10 and get a 1.4 shot? And then if you think about it, anything within the restricted arc, we're not great at finishing, but the shots around there, 81% of all foul calls are within 4 feet of the rim. So those shots present value. I just from if you think about free throws, not only is it going to allow you to get to the bonus quicker by being there, but it allows you to have a set defense. So if you can have a set defense, free throws help you offensively as well as defensively. So from an efficiency standpoint, that's what you're trying to do. And then when you're 16th in the country at old boards, that's a high level of efficiency. Those aren't efficient shots. If you go look at the teams that made the NCAA, the teams in the top 50 last year, 24 of the top 50 teams in offensive rebound makes the NCAA tournament. It's the one common component that translates in college basketball. It also, from an individual perspective, translates in order to get yourself an opportunity to be a professional. So all of that to say, the 3 things that I just mentioned that allow for efficiency. The fourth thing that we talk about is a mastery shot. I'm not going to get into that, but I will tell you, like we do the two of those three really, really well. And so you're not going to get assisted buckets when you're getting no boards. I wish we made more shots. We gauge potential assist more than necessarily, but efficiency is the number one goal. Mr. Gandu, do you have a question? Oh man, let's hear this one, bud. Oh, win besides the win on Sunday. Man, that's a can you wish for things after Christmas? Yeah. All right. I want to win all of the conference games, like all of them. So so my old boss, he coached at Baylor. He would send us a Christmas card. And I do this for our staff. So I send the wives of our coaches flowers just because I understand what their husbands are about to have to go through. And they're not flowers like you would send at the end of a sad thing. It's like, this is going to be a happy event. And I say, my hope is that we go undefeated in conference. So that is my hope. We haven't got off to a good start, and we need to get off to a great start. And the Sunday game has a lot to do with the momentum and carryover. We haven't been good at these games before conference, but that is a phenomenal question. What do you want for Christmas? A new basketball? Man, Bobby, I think we may be able to help that one. You have one more? What is it? Uh-huh. Favorite. Somebody asked me this the other day. I am the worst movie music person in the world. Like, I'm awful. Let me see. Best holiday movie. I would have to go with Home Alone. You know what? Let me scratch that. You know what? I giggle all the time at Elf. I'm going with Buddy the Elf. That one's funny to me. I haven't seen it in about 10 years, but I do remember how amusing that was. But I'm gonna go with Buddy the Elf. Thanks, Bud, for your questions, man. You got a third one? I'm telling you, you're better. Trust me, you're better. And so, like these guys' ideas, like I mean, like they just like their parameters are so small, and I sit there going, like, that's the best question you got. So just trust me. Like you're way ahead of the curve right now. What's your third one? Henry Moore playing time. That's a. You know what? I would love to give Henry more playing time. You know what that means? We're winning by 50. So absolutely, that's on my wish list. Henry, get more.